Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P-Farm Thinking Right out here in my lab where I spend a lot of time doing what I do. You, I got another concept. Spending time out here. I came up with a concept where it says God's light is knowledge. You have to let it shine. My philosophy says my light is knowledge. Me teaching what I know is me letting it shine. You feel me? So let's talk about it. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life, movement to a spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, know thyself. See where we go with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself too, then I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do. For you, a person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my God be true. All right, right thinkers, P Funk philosophy that he done came up with this nonsense. God's light is knowledge. You have to let it shine. Me teaching it is letting my light shine. My light is the knowledge that I have of God. Let me talk about it right there. So I come up with a concept. See if you can understand this one. I have a concept that we was once beings of light, pure light, head to toe, just shining beings. Everybody tell me, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm taking that concept and conceptualize it now. So if we was one time beings of light, we fell from spirit down to matter as human beings. Okay, I'm with you. So now we in the flesh. We spirit beings. We spirit beings having our human experience. But at one time, we've fallen a long way. Why? From being light beings. You know the light that's in us right now? You know how much light we got in us right now? Size of a mustard seed. The pineal gland. Let's talk about it. Again, my concept, we fall a long way. If we fall from pure light beings down to the only light we got in us is the pineal gland tucked away in the back of our brain, where did all the light go? I'm not Neil deGrasse. I ain't that smart. I don't have all the answers, but I got a bunch of questions. Okay, let's go. So we went from pure light beings to human beings with what? A spark of light left in us. That little light, I'm gonna let mine shine. Okay, we got. That's all we got left. That's it. That's it. And they trying to calcify the third eye by fluoriding us and calcifying the third eye. So we distinguish that little light too. Gotta be careful. So let's talk about that. I told you my first song when I was a Mason. They said sing a gospel. Oh damn gospel. Okay, I ain't want to be, but oh, this little light of mine. That became the staple song for everybody after me. Why? I made that the signature song. Why? I don't know her. No other ones at that time. I can say that now. Back then, I'm just pushing it because they don't know that I don't know, so I'm just going with it. All right. But we was pure beings. Now we're human beings, forgetting, not knowing who we are. So the whole goal now is to at least know thyself. See where I took that concept? All right. But now we are pure. Our, our light that's still in us is what? That little spark in the back of our brain, the pineal gland. And now we are not pure beings. We pure beings who lost our light. It went from being a whole body to a speck. Think about that. So that last spark of light, I tapped into it, pineal gland, and man's trying to put that out. The white man trying to put the last spark. If you know about the robots, the transformers, they make it try the cube. The cube is their life form. Okay, keeps them going, and they wanted to make sure it didn't get into the wrong hands. Sound like knowledge, the same thing for self. I mean, they can take philosophy, the concept, put into a cartoon or a movie, and put it right in your face, and y'all won't see a damn sign, won't recognize a thing. Y'all just let the movie. Oh, the movie good. What's the purpose of it? What's the plot? I don't know. Like a lot of Christians who hear verses in the Bible, they say good. They recite them. Ask them what it means. Humana, humana, humana. They go around cramming on you. Okay. But again, knowledge of self is that last spark of light that's inside us. That's the pineal gland. That's my concept. This is something I come up with. I do that on a regular basis. I just come up with some stuff. All right. But remember, inner knowledge, self-knowledge. My man called it inner engineering. I call it spiritual alchemy. Inner knowledge, aka self-knowledge, is the last light from within that's living right, is how you what? Let it shine. The pineal gland don't get no shine if we don't live right. We don't activate the kundalini. We don't put ourselves in righteous position. It stays closed. It stays dormant. Okay, it don't work. So with self-knowledge, that's opening your third, aka your spiritual eye, pineal gland. That's God connection to man. You didn't know that? That's the light in the dark. Come on, y'all. You got to be able to understand that one. Ain't nothing inside us with no light. How the light come out inside of us? That's the spark. That's the light that's in the little pineal gland. That's what we got left. That's it. When you got a well, and all of a sudden the pump of water ain't coming like it used to, what that mean? Put it out. It's about to go dry. All right. But if you don't open your pineal gland, you won't connect to God. That's God connection. In daily meditation, and everybody in India and Middle East knows that. But the true light shines in the dark. Why? We come from the dark. Okay. What's faster than light? Dark. The true light is our pineal gland. That's the light in the darkness of our brains. Again, we done went to a spark, to just a little itty bitty spark. And just imagine with that little spark, what we doing. Last stuff. Imagine if we was bigger, spark was bigger. Well, that's another lesson. But we got what we call the after-death light, is the trap door. When you near-death experience, or you die, everybody say they saw bright lights. It was so warm and soothing, and it sucked them right in. They came right back here and reincarnated. That's near-death experience. Y'all went to the trap door. Go to the darkness. I ain't going to the darkness. If you're not going to listen to me, I can't help you. Moving on. Okay? Go to the dark. Back to where? Where you come from. AKA, the trap door brings you back here. AKA, reincarnation. That's it. That's what happens. You back here again. And I've been hearing the guy talking about, you signed the contract to come here. I can't see the connection when two people get together randomly, have sex, and have a baby. That you planned that? You planned that far ahead? Come on, man. We come from no existence. We're going to go back to no existence. We fall into existence in a physical form because the two people got together. I don't know about that deal making before you come here. I just think a little different than that. Okay, moving on. Just my. But, okay, now after death, you go to the dark, not the light. Why? I just told you, you coming back here. Nobody went to the dark and tell you about it. Some things you just got to be able to understand and figure out. Why is that? They didn't come back here. Everybody, see, y'all had near-death experience. Called NDEs, right? Near-death experience. And for those who have it, they tell the same story. All the near-death experience have the same story. They came to the light. They came their ass back here. Again, the trap door. So that's where we come from. What? The darkness. Out of the darkness came the light. Let there be what? If he had to say, let there be, they must have been what? In the dark before the light coming. And that light that I have, which is knowledge of self, I shine, aka I share it, I give it away, I teach it. Why? To my students on a day-to-day basis. And with all those who what are trying to get their light on, trying to open up their third eye, trying to be better, trying to know themselves, I do it for them. Light, aka knowledge, is what the opposite of dark, aka ignorance. That's the fight, the opposites, okay? Your pineal gland is what? The light of God. He's surrounded himself by darkness. Why? He don't want to be seen. God don't want his work. Everything he do for God is always on the low, behind scenes. God is all consciousness. This thing here. He understands this thing here. He knows all. And to know all, to know all. So that means your pineal gland is what gives you what? That connection to all, which is God. Become God conscious. I meditate, I'm a yogi, and I become conscious with God when I go into that meditative state. And when I come out, I'm still what? God conscious. Still living in minds, maintaining my righteous living, doing what's right. And when you're God conscious, what happens? That means now you're in the position to help teach others how to become what? God conscious for themselves. Hence, teacher. But I practice what I teach, so they call me a sage. Okay, to make a difference on me. I make masters. Okay, well, starting with me. All right, I got me. I'm trying to help you now. Knowing thyself is like having God consciousness for yourself. And that means you got that light on and you can shine, shine, shine. Just do what you do. My mother-in-law said, everywhere I go, I said, yeah, they recognize God's light. Those who are God conscious will recognize God's light. Real recognize real. Not just on the street. In the spiritual realm, it's the same thing. Y'all vibrating on the same frequency. High. Low vibration, you don't feel them. You ain't vibrating with them. You leave them alone. You around somebody who just make you feel good because they at your level, that's where you want to be at. I like to give a party with a bunch of people like me. Why? That would be a banging party. I don't know, but maybe who ain't on our level would like it. Okay, but I think what good conversation, good music, good people. That's a party. Moving on. All right. My light, aka my God knowledge, okay, can always shine when daily. Why? Because I'm showing others who and how what knowing thyself look like. Right here. This little light of mine, aka self-knowledge, pineal gland, and I look at it as I'm gonna let it shine. I'm here every day, shining, shining, shining. You know, a beacon out in the water when the ship's coming in, they need light to see where they're going to get to shore. I'm that for y'all spiritually ignorant people. I'm that beacon in the night. I'm shining always. I don't turn it off. So you lost. Find me. I got you. I'll help you. I'll guide you right on in. All right. I'll get you to God. My favorite gospel phrase, song, whatever, this little light of mine. And I equate that with that little pineal gland of mine. I'm going to let it shine. Okay. When you get that thing lit, you good to go. Why? They can't exterminate it. It don't go out. That's God's fire. Okay. That's the light of God. My light is my knowledge of God or self, aka or God, aka thyself. And you need to know God for yourself. Me knowing him, all I can do is point you that direction so you can get to know him yourself. I have I have God knowledge, and with that knowledge, I have a mission. And my mission is to teach others to acquire, to obtain what? God knowledge for themselves. Hence, I teach. Master teach me. I'm going to teach you how to master yourself, how to use this thing right here by thinking right. And that light is the glow of God. And right thinkers, y'all glowing. You jingling, baby. When you got your light on and you doing you, yeah, you shine. You get your glow on. Oh, no, Luther Vandross, the glow of love. Yeah, that glow, that halo that you see with Jesus, that they see Jesus, there's a halo behind him. The crown chakra is your crown, that halo. Okay, that's what God is. What you're illuminated from the inside with knowledge and consciousness of God, not a whole bunch of super spiritual nonsense. Living right, doing the right thing, that's how you get there. I'm a spiritual beacon. Why? For who? The ignorant ones who are trying to find their way out the dark. I'm annoyed by so many people who are comfortable being in the dark, being ignorant. Life, when you're uncomfortable, you're doing something. If you're comfortable, you ain't gonna do nothing. Get uncomfortable, my friends. Why? That'll get you off your rusty dusty to do something. Most people who are uncomfortable is doing something about that uncomfortable situation, taking care of their business. Those who are comfortable, they talk about doing something, but they ain't gonna do it. Moving on. And because I'm a spiritual beacon, I'm that spiritual light for those ignorant people, who the old ignorant ones walking and wandering in the dark, looking for themselves. That's what I'm here for. Come on, this way, this way. Okay, that's my concept. But if you are spiritually ignorant, that means you got lack of God knowledge. I can enlighten you if you want to. I can't do nothing you don't want to. I can't help you with nothing you don't want. I'm not gonna try. Okay. Self mastery is knowing who to teach and who not to teach, who wants to know and who don't want to know. I'm a teacher, and if you don't want to learn, I ain't gonna teach you. Something that moving on. I know who to teach, who not to teach. I'm a spiritual philosopher. Again, my spiritual light is to be shining on what the ignorant. If you're spiritually ignorant, I'm trying to get you what to come into light of what self. Know yourself. I don't like to see you wander in the dark. I see a lot of that going on, but all I can do is put it out there. I'm just a spiritual philosopher. I talk God all the time. If it ain't God, it ain't me. Why? I'm not interested in nothing other than that. Well, you don't want God. No. I don't care about sports, politics, and a whole bunch of other stuff that y'all seem to be all involved in. That don't move me. Let's talk God. Moving on. I know people who don't mind talking God. That's who I talk to. Anybody else, I don't miss them. Moving on. All right, let's wrap it up again. I appreciate you tuning in. Here we go, a quick one. All right. I know what I teach is not for everyone. No. My message, dude, that stuff you talking, everybody, that's too bad. Simply that I'm not going back to elementary teaching. Nah, I like this level. Why? But the few views I get are good views, not a whole bunch of nonsensical concepts, that don't help me nothing. The people who follow me are learning, so that's what I like to cater to. And again, I know what I teach ain't for everyone, but what I teach is for everyone. It's called a paradox. Okay, a concept that you can't have it both ways. Yes, you could. I know it ain't for everybody, but what I do is for everybody. You gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. Play on words there. Okay. Again, it's for everybody, but it ain't for everybody. God the same way. Everybody should know God, but everybody ain't for God. That's simple. It's called choices. Let me wrap it up again. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm your choice. I appreciate you. I know, okay, when I give, what I give, self knowledge, okay, God knowledge, we all can use, aka, yeah, self or God knowledge. And guess what? It is for everyone. Why? Because in the words of my man Mars, we all in need of what? God knowledge, aka prayer. Same concept, same viewpoint. I just worded a little different, but it means the same thing. Are you getting blessed? Are you living right? And more importantly, are you letting your light shine? Don't worry about mine. It's yours to shine. I'm here to help you do just that. I'll be back, but right now, I got to go. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I've never known my right thinkers who now understand that God's light is knowledge, and you have to what? If you got it, let it shine and pass away. I'll be right back.